Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana, and we're here today with special guest, influencer Ana Saia, who's here to share with us the topic, No Sabo. Are you feeling that you just don't fit in? Well, today we're going to cover just that. So Ana is a vocal advocate for inclusivity and challenges the outdated notions of Latinx identity and champions the No Sabo kids who navigate the intersections of multiple cultures. Ana's viral videos resonate deeply, sparking conversations about language, culture, and belonging. So welcome to the show, Ana Saia.
Thank you for having me.
What an honor it is to have you here and to talk about this. So, for people who are unaware of what this is, can you share what No Sabo means?
Yeah, no sabo basically means I don't know, but saying it in the wrong tense. So people who know Spanish would know that that's the wrong way to say it, but people who, like me, grew up listening to Spanish and could understand a good portion of it, we often get confused and we use the wrong tense or we use the wrong form. So it just became kind of this term that really signifies, oh, you know Spanish, but you don't know Spanish as well as other people, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. I took Spanish for many years and I'm very bad at it. But why don't you share a little bit about your background? Because you have such a unique background.
Yeah, I mean, my mom, she's a full Mexican, born and raised in Mexico City. My dad's just the most typical American guy, and they had me. I was raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I grew up listening to both English and Spanish. But because my dad's side of the family, they're about like 20 years older than my mom's, so a lot of them unfortunately have passed away. So I grew up predominantly on my mom's side of the family, which was why I became so included into the Hispanic community and the Hispanic culture. It's all that I've really ever known besides, growing up in America. Because obviously there's always two sides of it.
Well, there's so much about the Hispanic culture that I love. And, I know a lot of people, not just traveling to Mexico, but the people, the culture, the foods. I mean, there's so much there to love. But what's interesting is a lot of people, when they think of someone from Mexico, they have a certain idea of what that person looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because my family, if you ever been to like Mexico City, especially, it's a predominantly white race over there. So a lot of times in the United States culture is when you think of Mexican people, they stereotype us and they think, oh, well, they have to have, a darker complexion, darker features, which isn't always the case, and it's the same thing other way around. But when I tell people like, yeah, I am half Mexican, they just, it's like a second take at that almost because, someone who has like snow white skin and red hair, blue eyes, and an American accent, obviously it's not going to transfer well. But yeah, that's kind of why I started making videos to just explain to people, no, this is also another side of the story and side that people can, relate to.
What do you want people to take away from your videos and your messaging with No Sapo?
I want people to take away mostly that, if you have a really strong connection to your culture and you love being a part of it, that's enough. You don't have to know Spanish. You don't have to look a certain way. As long as you appreciate and understand who you are, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. And at the end of the day, this is your own personal experience. No matter who you are, where you come from, your experience is going to be completely different than anybody else. So who's to say who's more Latino or more Latina? Like that's not a thing. I don't want that to be something that makes people not want to learn Spanish either. That's why I try and encourage people to learn Spanish.
Well, on that note, we're going to pause here for a quick break. We've been speaking with Ana Saia in regards to the topic No Sabo. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
Have you dreamt of writing your own book but felt lost on where to start? Introducing DIYbook.us, your personal guide to bringing stories to life. Whether it's your life story, business insights, or unique experiences, DIYbook.us makes it easy and affordable. With our step-by-step online program, you'll receive a weekly email prompt tailored to you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit www.diybook.us and start your writing journey today with our free 7-day trial. DIYbook.us, where your story comes to life.
It's one thing to become attached to your perfect home, but what do you do when that home becomes attached to you? A family in dire need of a fresh start, a mysterious house tied to the past. Buried deep within the foundation of the old Far Hill Manor lies a centuries-old secret. Dark forces or something stronger just waiting to be discovered. Caretaker, a supernatural thriller by breakout authors R.J. Halpert.
Are you a coffee lover who wants to make a difference? Look no further than Fire Department Coffee, a veteran-owned business that gives back to support first responders in need. Each batch of coffee is freshly roasted right here in the USA by a dedicated team of first responders and coffee experts. So when you enjoy a cup of Fire Department coffee, you're not only drinking high-quality coffee, you're supporting members of your community. Start your day with a coffee that gives back. Visit firedepartmentcoffee.com. That's fire, D-E-P-T, coffee.com.
There comes a moment when you realize you're somewhere special. When you discover that each beautiful creature that you see has been rescued from a life of absolute horror and brought to this incredibly free place. Here's where their lives were forever changed and where yours will as well. Discover over 500 tigers, bears, and lions at the brand new visitor center at the Wild Animal Sanctuary just outside Denver. For more information, visit wildanimalsanctuary.org. Discover true freedom at the Wild Animal Sanctuary.
Internationally recognized and award-winning author Judy Goodman works and teaches outside the box of limited thinking. Working with people from every walk of life, her goal is to empower you to be the best you can be, no matter what the challenge is. Born with the gift of seeing beyond our normal vision, she has an extraordinary gift of working with every challenge. Teaching beyond conventional wisdom, her work is described as life-changing. Visit judygoodman.com. That's judygoodman.com.
I'd like to thank Jason Eastwood at Guitarfulness for sharing his inspiring music and talent with us. His music is known worldwide for cultivating atmospheres of harmony, inner peace, and clarity. Visit Jason's website at guitarfulness.com. Join his newsletter, be part of his community, and download his music. Welcome back to Moments with Marianne. We're here today with special guest Ana Saia in regards to the topic No Sabo. So before we left for break, we were talking about just having this understanding of Spanish and how important that is. And I personally feel understanding and knowing Spanish is such a big deal. I mean, it really translates in so many ways when people travel. I mean, of course, when we go to Spain, the language there is similar. We can understand a little bit of Portuguese, so there's a lot of benefits to that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why I wanted to learn Spanish, not just because, obviously I am Latina as well, but I just wanted to be more in touch with my culture. And I feel like the best way to do that is by learning Spanish. There's nothing wrong with learning something new. And I feel like as somebody who grew up mixed and was told you have like a weird accent, I didn't want that to be a barrier in my learning process because I have an accent, but it's better than it was when I first started learning Spanish too, So it's all about growth and just understanding no matter where you go, everyone's going to have a different accent. So as long as you're trying and as long as you want to learn, that's probably the most important thing you can do for yourself at the end of the day.
I could not agree more. I can remember I went actually to El Salvador many years ago, and the dialect was so much different than, in Mexico. So it took a little while to even kind of remember some of the words and understand. And I mean, everyone speaks different. You're so right. The dialect and our accents are totally different no matter where we go. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
well, and so what is like one of the number one things that people reach out to you for when it comes to No Sabo?
A lot of people reach out to me and show their appreciation. Honestly, they just say that because of my videos, they've been able to learn more Spanish. They've been able to practice more, and kind of overcome that no sabo stigma as well, which to me is like one of the most amazing things. Cause like if I had told myself 5 years ago where I am now and what I'm doing, I don't think I would have believed her at all, because I just know how hard it was for myself to overcome those challenges, and being able to help people do that online, especially, and touch like thousands of people's lives. That's just the most surreal and most amazing thing that I could ever have thought have happened.
So, what are you feeling that your platform is really providing for people? Is it to really come together and just accept our differences?
Yeah, I mean, I think like to think that my platform's another way of having a little community within each other, because the Latino community, we're so, so big, trying to put one term on this massive group of people, it's almost impossible. We have these other communities within it of itself. And I like to think that my platform is just another branch of that, where, the people that are mixed, or the ones that are very weta, which is like white, white passing. And I like to think that I'm helping them, embrace their culture or want to learn more about it, regardless of what you look like, what accent you have, and just we can all share a laugh together at the same time.
Well, I found your platform just gives so much great information. Where can our listeners connect with you and be part of your community?
You can join my community on TikTok at Saya and Anna, or YouTube, same the same tag, Saya and Anna, and as well as on Instagram at Ana Saia official.
Well, Anna, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you, Anna. It's been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about the topic No Sabo. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.